back to part 2 of Why Do We Comply? In this video, we are going to talk about your rights. A lot of talk about rights as a faithful, unlicensed healing practitioner who has an unincorporated entity. We will mostly cover common law, natural rights, and the rights given to us by God, our Creator. Be aware that there are many other rights that people like to assert, such as civil rights, entitlements, group rights, and rights versus privileges, and we may touch on these a bit during the conversation. In America, the people, our founding documents, and the courts recognize that our Creator, the big guy, the Lord God Almighty, is sovereign over all. He is superior in rank, and we follow God's law, or we're due. Next in line is we the people, not the king, not a government, not the president. The people are sovereign, and we share that sovereignty with each other, our federal citizens, not the government. Natural rights are those that are derived from the Creator, not a king or a government, and our Declaration of Independence rises and upholds them. This declaration is of utmost importance for those practicing trades and occupations without a license. So let's review. We hold these truths to be self-evident that all men are created equal, that they are endowed by their Creator with certain unalienable rights, that among these are life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness. The truth is self-evident, and the rights unalienable. We don't need proof attachment conditions. They are not open to question, and we don't need to go to the governing authorities to ask permission for rights to practice. Their job, the government, is to protect our rights that come from the Creator. If this content, please like, subscribe, and share, and appreciate you all being here. Most likely, if you're here, you are aware or have recently become aware of the decades-long push toward more government control and the educational lean from kindergarten all the way through college, including law school, that teaches more about civil rights than natural rights. Again, natural rights give us control, not their control. And civil rights are those given by the government and can be changed or taken away at the whim of the lawmaker. Now, another important distinction in our conversation is that natural rights apply to individuals only, not groups. In the eyes of the Creator, no one is superior. Group civil rights cause much of the upheaval we witness today, such as Black rights and women's rights and so many others. And group rights focus on who should receive favors, who gets hurt in the process, what rights should be given and taken away, and it changes every year. Group rights are not what is meant in the American Constitution, as the group rights are concerned with using government and laws to balance out differences between groups and redistribute wealth. Instead, the individual rights protected by our Creator and the right use of American Republican government, and I mean because we are a republic, not a democracy, so that government of the republic focuses on self-governance, self-responsibility, and merit. We can't just make up for past problems by punishing people that weren't even alive at the time. The opposition of special rights for groups does not mean one opposes women or homosexuals or any other group. Now, this leads to a valuable discussion on the right to health care. When healthcare practitioners, facilities, products, and services are regulated by governing bodies, individuals' rights and choice fly out the window. People are controlled by marketing, especially by big pharma and the media, insurance restrictions, language one can use or not use, and access to better food, products, and lifestyle. Practitioners are controlled by the threats of losing their license, and the people that they are there to help are conditioned to look down upon those choosing to practice without that said license. Alternative practitioners should not have been labeled alternative in the first place. The allopathic medicine is what should be alternative, and we should be doing our natural healthcare and God-given gifts and talents in healthcare. That said, alternative practitioners have long been more aware of these restrictions and controls and threats, but most have not known where to turn for an alternative. Fortunately, we all received a really clear look at where the system is going with the Rona in 2020. Licensure and corporate control played their hands with closures and stand 6 feet apart, wear a face mask, a diaper, and take a shot in order to work, get health care, and go to church and so on. I realize you're aware of these things, so I ask, was the right to health care upheld? If one thinks that health care should be provided by the government, was that right upheld? On the other hand, if you realize that federal and state constitutions do not mention any sort of right to healthcare, one understands that a true right to healthcare prohibits the government from interfering with the choice of that care. Practitioner chooses to apply for occupational license. They have accepted that the right to practice has now changed to a privilege. They've asked permission. Permission has been granted. Rights are the same for all, and privileges offer special advantages for those chosen few, and those advantages come with loads of strings attached. The same can be said for incorporation. Remember, they also had to close. They also had to stand 6 feet apart, work from home, and if questions were asked, CEOs lost their jobs. Pastors lost their jobs. So it wasn't just the little guys in the corporation. Having rights implies and requires responsible action. So as many look for methods of restoring our rights and freedoms, many have willingly obeyed the call of duty to claim those unalienable rights of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness by not incorporating and leaving the shackles of licensure behind. I'm honored to travel with you and look forward to sharing the next video. Many thanks and credit go to Dr. Lawrence Wilson for much of this content.